Today we're going to assemble a Verona Captain's Bergamo guest bed, and to show us how it all goes together, please let me introduce Heather. Let's assemble the drawers. Lay a drawer left and right side panel and front panel as shown here. Make sure that the grooves are facing inwards and the two holes at the end of each side panel are positioned as shown. Now take a dowel and some glue and coat the end of the dowel with the glue. Place the dowel in the dowel hole at the end of the side panel as shown here, and repeat with another dowel in the other dowel hole. Now coat both of the dowels in glue. Carefully line up the side panel dowels and position the dowels into the front panel as shown. Now using two medium-sized screws, secure the side panel to the front panel as shown here. We need to repeat this process for the other side panel. Now take the drawer base and carefully slide it down the grooves in the side panel and make sure it fits nicely in the groove in the front panel. Turn the drawer onto its base and lower the back panel down between the ends of the side panels. Make sure the back panel is positioned like this with its curved edge facing upward. Now secure the side panel to the back panel using two medium-sized screws. You'll need to secure the other side panel to the back panel in the same way. Now turn the drawer over, and whenever using nails and a hammer, it's always wise to wear safety goggles. Make sure the base is seated correctly, and then taking a small nail, nail the base to the back panel as shown here. You need to nail the base to the back panel in all the positions indicated. Your drawer is now complete. All that remains is to repeat the process for the other two drawers. Let's build the guest bed. Take the guest bed front panel and one of the handles. Make sure the lip of the handle is positioned downwards. Now align the handle up with the two screw holes in the front panel and secure to the front panel with two truss-headed screws. And repeat on the other side to fit the remaining handle. Now take a trim section and put it in place as shown at the end of the front panel. Use three medium-sized screws to secure the trim section to the front panel. And you need to repeat this on the other side of the panel. Make sure the trim sections fit flush to the top of the panel. We also have to fit trim sections to the back panel, and we do this in the same way as we did the front panel. Now take a side panel and lay it out as shown with the drill holes for the wheels at the bottom edge. Now take one of the wheels and place it in position over the drill holes. You want to secure the wheel to the side panel using 4 small screws. Don't forget to fit the screws that secure the wheel to the edge of the panel. Now do the same to fit another wheel to the other side of the panel, and then fit 2 more wheels to the second side panel. Now take a side panel and place 2 dowels in the dowel holes at the end of the panel as shown here. You'll need to repeat this at the other end of the panel. And then repeat again for the other side panel. Now bring the left side panel alongside the back panel and carefully position the dowels in the side panel into the back panel as shown here. Now take a cup nut and place it in one of the holes in the side panel. Then pass a fine threaded bolt through the back panel and screw it into the cup nut, tightening off with an Allen key. You now need to repeat this procedure in the lower hole. You fit the right hand side panel in exactly the same way. Now bring the front panel alongside the side panels and secure them in the same way that you secured the back panel. Now place the 6 drawer runners in position as shown here. You need to secure each drawer runner to the bed frame with a narrow screw at both ends of the drawer runner. Now place the bed slats, ribbon side down, onto the slat rails. Secure the centre slat and both end slats at either end using 6 narrow screws. To complete the guest bed, all you need to do now is put the drawers into position. Let's build the bed frame. Lay out the headboard panels as shown. Make sure the narrow panels have their finished edge facing towards the top of the headboard. The bedposts are handed. It's important that they are positioned correctly. They should have the 3 holes facing upwards, and when turned over as shown, should have 8 holes. At the end of each panel, you'll notice there are screw holes and larger dowel holes. Now take a dowel and some glue and coat the end of the dowel with the glue. Place the dowel in one of the larger dowel holes in the end of the panel and tap home with a hammer. You need to do the same again for all the panels, placing a dowel in all the dowel holes. Now take a panel and coat its dowels with glue. Now line up the panel with the bedpost as shown and push the dowels into the dowel holes in the bedpost, and then repeat for the other panels. Now take a coarse threaded screw and screw it through the bedpost into the panel and tighten off with an Allen key, and repeat this 3 times to secure all the panels to the bedpost, and then repeat the complete procedure to attach the other bedpost. Now take one of the bed side panels and in the end of the side panel place a dowel in the centre hole and tap it home with a hammer, and repeat this for the other side. And then you need to do the same again with the other side panel. Now take the footboard and a side rail and position as shown. Now pass 2 fine threaded bolts through the holes in the footboard. Use these bolts to guide the dowel in the side rail into the hole in the footboard. Now draw back one of the bolts and place a cup nut in the hole as shown. Now screw the bolt into the cup nut and tighten off with the Allen key, and then repeat with another cup nut in the lower hole. Now fit the other side rail in the same way. You secure the headboard to the side rails in the same way you secured the footboard. Make sure all the bolts are nice and tight. It's important that whilst the bed is in use, you periodically check the tightness of all the bolts. Now take the headboard finishing panel and a dowel, and place the dowel in the dowel hole as shown here. And you need to do the same with the dowel hole on the other side of the panel. And repeat once again for the remaining finishing panel. Now the panels must be fitted to the headboard and footboard the correct way round. If you get it wrong, it will look like this. If you get it right, it should look like this. Now secure the panel to the headboard using 3 medium-sized screws, and you secure the remaining panel to the footboard in the same way. Now take the bed slats and lay them down on the side rails, ribbon side down. You need to secure the centre bed slat and the 2 end bed slats to the side rails using 6 narrow screws. Now take the guest bed and slide it underneath the bed frame. Your Captain's Bergamo guest bed is now ready for its mattress and a good night's sleep, give or take the odd sleepover. Thank you for watching.